Every 8th of March is set aside internationally to celebrate the women in the world. Nigeria is not left out to join their counterparts all over the world to commemorate this day. The International Women's Day provides a platform to constantly remind the society about women issues while encouraging them to continuously challenge the status quo and break the bias women face on a daily basis. Ensuring women's rights is automatically linked to building global peace and achieving sustainable development goals. This notable woman in Nigeria has this to say on International Women's Day, and more so concerning the rejection of gender inequality bill rejected by the National Assembly last week.
Last week will not dampen us. I celebrate Nigerian women resilience. I celebrate all of us. We must go back to the drawing board. We must re-strategize.
The world, as we all know, has been largely patriarchal, despite having a population that swings in our favor. Hence the International Women's Day theme of this year, Gender Equality Today for a Sustainable Tomorrow, break the barriers. We really need to break the barriers because we have 54 countries in Africa and 41 of them recognize extra seats for women or some form of women equity and equality. But the giant of Africa is found wanting.
Climate change issues. But the campaign theme is break the bias. We have been asked to imagine a gender equal world. I don't know whether your imagination is better than mine, but after the disappointment of last week, a gender equal world, a gender equal Nigeria seems much farther away. Some commentators said that the Ninth Assembly more or less legalized and legitimized.
It's therefore important as we mark this day that we look at accelerating efforts in addressing the climate emergency. Whether we're talking about Northeast Nigeria or the South-South, we know that women are also at the forefront of efforts to address climate change. So it's important that women's voices should be heard and should be at the forefront of Nigeria's response to the climate crisis. Indeed, this includes women's voices at the highest points of leadership. So last week's verdict in the National Assembly, in all respects, only slows gender equality. And this in turn also slows the ambitions and the development agenda of Nigeria, including Nigeria's ability to attain the SDGs.
Meanwhile, Nigerian women have stormed the National Assembly over rejection of the gender inequality bill. The men folk also come out to support the women in breaking the bias on this bill.
Make a yarn. Make a yarn. Make a yarn. I come here today because of my 3 lovely kids. All of them are girls. Now my responsibility to create an environment for them. The kind of environment where my papa no create for my own sisters. Now my responsibility to make sure say the kind of thing when I see where women they suffer, they not go suffer. But for a woman to apply for passport, you need a husband. Which kind of error be that? That my wife will come from another state, not fit take my state. Which kind of error be that? Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. National Assembly